Okay, children, here in the last session we had learned many reactions, addition reactions, nucleophilic addition reactions of the aldehydes and ketones. But among those nucleophilic addition reactions that we had learned in the last session, we are highlighting the points that are useful for JEE Mains. What we had learned, addition with HCl we had learned, that's a common example. And addition with NaHSO3 also we had done. For JEE Mains, they are asking you simple questions. Addition of alcohol. Addition of alcohol. For example, you are having one aldehyde with you. So for this aldehyde, when you are adding the alcohol, this is partial positive charge and partial negative charge. It depends on the load base. Oxygen will give a response to carbon migrating double bond into the oxygen, forming RCO minus. Towards that the R group will be added. Here already hydrogen is there. Here we have OH bond. And further, if it is reacted with any alcohol, it is forming RCHO, R dash and OR dash. This is called Hemi star. This is called as Hemi star. And this is called as the ester. If at all you are using ethylene glycol, as you are starting reagent to react with alcohol, hydrogens will be leaving along with oxygen to form CHR. The oxygens will be having OCH2, OCH2. The name of this compound we call as the keton. What do we call the name of the compound as the keton? So on the nucleophilic addition reactions, once you are going for JEE Mains, must have a glance over these all topics. Then after the nucleophilic addition reactions, what do we have? We have regarding the reduction reactions. So coming for the reduction reactions. So the second chemical property that we know is the reduction reaction. I am not going to highlight the concepts that we know. Let us go for the other concept that we does not know under the reduction reactions. Reduction means what? Addition of hydrogen or removal of oxygen. In case of organic chemistry, this is the simple term to understand. Here we are having a named reaction. Pondroff Verily reduction reaction. It is also shortened as the MPD. What will happen here? Any ketone you select. Ketones when treated with isopropyl alcohol. What is the formula of isopropyl alcohol? CH3OH. This is called as isopropyl alcohol. In presence of aluminium isopropoxide. Some children have this doubt, what is the propoxides in that? Isopropoxide. Propoxide is what? CH3, CH2, CH2O is called as the propoxide. Then what is meant by isopropoxide? CH3, CH3O minus is called as the isopropoxide. Here aluminum is having oxygen is having a negative charge now. So if I am saying CH3 twice, this one I am shortcutting as CH3 twice, CHO minus. It is called as the aluminium isopropoxide. So in the examination point of view, they will give you this method: aluminium CH3 twice CHO. Whenever this comes, what does it mean? Aluminium isopropoxide. What does it do? It's a very strong reduction reaction. Reduction reagent means these reagents, reactants, especially our ketones. Our ketone will get hydrogens, another reagent will get, or it will lose the hydrogens. For example, you can see here our ketone CH3, C, double bond device, then one hydrogen will be occupying oxygen place and one hydrogen will be added to the carbon. One hydrogen will be added to the oxygen, one hydrogen will be added to the carbon, and another isopropyl alcohol will be reduced. CH3, it will be oxidized because it is losing. It is losing the hydrogens. It is losing the hydrogens. You may think, sir, in this what is the difference? The reactants are occurring like products now. Let us share one question, then it will be very clear for you. Write down the question tonight. Shall we write down the question? From where shall we take this question? Good. Write down this question. I am writing one question on the board. You two can follow the same. Good. Then we can clearly go this one. Yeah. MPV, mean point of reaction. See. Reduction of a question I am framing here. Reduction of aluminium isopropoxide in excess of isopropyl alcohol is called MPV. MPV, meaning point of Faraday reaction. Find the final product. In case of cyclohexene is reduced by MPV. I am not writing options. Options we can give here: cyclohexanol, and we can give like cyclohexenol, cyclohexanol, and benzene. So in this method, we are given as the options. You see here, whenever in the question itself they are mentioned the MPV. And they are given a reactant for cyclohexene. You must know how to write the structure of it. What is the structure of the given reactant, children? Given reactant. What is the structure of the given reactant? Given reactant structure. Cyclohexene means already ketone is at the first position. Hex means how many carbons are there? 6 carbons are there, right? Ketone is at the first position itself. No need to mention again. Second position, here 1 is there, here 2 is there, here 3, here 4, here 5, and 6 is there. Cyclohexene is going to react with what? Aluminium isopropanol. This is going to be reacted with aluminium isopropanol in presence of isopropyl alcohol. In the presence of the isopropyl alcohol, we are reacting there in the presence of the aluminium isopropoxide. Then so what will happen? Only the ketonic part you find. This is the ketonic part. That will be undergoing reduction. Then what is the product you will have? The product that you are going to have here is OH. Means here one hydrogen will be added, here hydrogen is added. Double bond is not disturbed. Then give a name for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Find out the correct time. Cyclohexanol means alkene is not there, so option A is wrong. Cyclohex 2-enol. Alcohol got the first position. This is called cyclohex 2-enol. I hope you understood. Yes. Write down. We will go. What's the second one? Okay, we are finding the next reduction reaction. Under the next reduction reaction. Reduction of ketones in presence of magnesium amalgam and H2O. Magnesium amalgam and H2O. For example, we got a ketone CH3, C double bonded O, CH3 is there. This is the acetone. We are having one more acetone. Reduction means what? Hydrogens will be added, right? So this addition of hydrogen is taking place under whose presence? Under the presence of magnesium amalgam. Under the presence of magnesium amalgam followed by hydrolysis. This is acetone, and the before one is also acetone. Here, very important topic in this area, which is not discussed in NCERT. When you are reducing in the presence of magnesium amalgam, there will be a new bond between carbon and carbon, and our ketone will be reduced to alcohol. A new bond will be there between carbon and carbon. New bond we got between carbon and carbon, and the ketones are reduced to alcohols. Try to give a name of this one. 1, 2, 3, and the 4. So IUPAC if you go 2, 3 dimethyl. Now its carbon chain is 4. Butane 2, 3 diol. Butane 2, 3 diol. I repeat the E because 2 alcohol groups are there. Or it is also called pinacalone. They will ask at times what is the form of pinacalone. That is the pinacalone. How it is formed? It is formed by the reduction of ketones in the presence of magnesium amalgam and the water. Remaining reduction reactions you learn. What are the reactions you know? Sodium borohydride. Reduction reagents, the best reduction reaction is lithium aluminum hydride. This can reduce many of the functional groups. Very strong reducing agent. This regarding we had already learned in the textbook, so I am not repeating it. You please go to the reduction reactions. Once the reduction reactions are completed, then we will switch for the oxidation reactions. We are switching for the oxidation reactions. So give the heading in the notes: oxidation reaction. Okay, good. So the third one. What is the third one we are having? Oxidation reactions. I did not want to specially introduce something about the oxidation reactions. You already know about the Tollens reagent. What is Tollens reagent? I will just ask you the names. I am not asking you what is happening. What is Tollens reagent? Tollens reagent generally you call ammonical silver nitrate. If someone questions you, you say silver nitrate when reacted with ammonia in the presence of a base like sodium hydroxide. It forms AgNH3 twice. AgNH3, the ammonium silver nitrate. This complex is ammonical silver nitrate will say, but we will show like AgNH3 twice OH minus. This is the combination. Ammonical silver nitrate we will call. ketones. Aldehydes and ketones. Distinguish between aldehydes and ketones. Here aldehydes will respond for this ammonical or Tollens reagent, but ketones will not respond for this Tollens reagent. Whereas don't forget alpha hydroxy ketones means what? If a ketone is there, or if it is having some hydroxy group, at its alpha position, such kind of ketone will respond for this Tollens reagent. And coming for aldehydes, which kind of aldehydes will respond means both aliphatic and aromatic will respond for this. Both aliphatic and aromatic will respond for this. See, this alpha hydroxy ketones is there now. This will be responding Tollens reagent. This will be responding Tollens test, Fehling's test, and even Benedict's test. These all tests will respond. Which is responding? Ketones generally will not respond, but alpha hydroxy ketones will respond. During Tollens test, what is the end product we have? A silver mirror will be formed. During Tollens test. Whereas Fehling's test, a red precipitate will be formed. Now I will not bring something introduction about Fehling's. We know about that we are going for Benedict's test. This is not there in NCERT. What is Benedict's test? What is the combination of Benedict's reagent? Alkaline copper ions in alkaline copper solution of citrate ion. Alkaline copper solution of citrate ion is called as the Benedict's test. Here what we observed in case of Fehling's, the copper from +2, it changed from Cu2O. That is, copper changed into +1 state. Similar type of reaction also will happen in case of the Benedict's test. But you want to remember the reagent. Coming for one more, Schiff's reagent. This Schiff's reagent is also used to distinguish between. See, Fehling's test is there now. Fehling's test will be given by only aliphatic aldehyde. Fehling's test will be given by aliphatic aldehyde. It will not be given by aromatic aldehyde. Now coming for Schiff's reagent, it is used to distinguish between aldehyde and ketone. And what is this Schiff's reagent? Schiff's reagent is rose aniline in water. Rose aniline solution in water. Generally, whenever we have any aldehyde, this Schiff's reagent is there, no? Schiff's reagent. It will be colorless. This colorless Schiff's reagent, when it comes in contact with our aldehyde, it becomes a violet color. Actually, this violet color is the rose aniline color. When it is dissolved in water, it will lose the color. But its color will be retained. Once an aldehyde is reacted with the Schiff's reagent. So they will ask sometimes what the combination of the Schiff's reagent. Rose aniline in water is called as the Schiff's reagent. So regarding these oxidation reactions, we know, but we are introducing few more. Like Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. One of the main reactions is called as the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. So see the third one. The very important here is the named reaction Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. What is meant by Baeyer-Villiger oxidation? Baeyer-Villiger oxidation reaction. Whenever we have any ketone, if the ketone is undergoing oxidation in the catalyst like benzoic peroxide, between the ketone and the carbon, one oxygen will be introduced. Between the ketone and the carbon, one oxygen will be introduced. So that is resulting an extension in the ring. So that's what we call as the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. Between the ketone and the carbon, one oxygen will be introduced. That's called as the Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. Coming for this, the D, and still we have a Perkin reaction. What is still we have? A Perkin reaction we can learn later. Still what shall we learn regarding the oxidation? Good. So shall we just stop here? Then we will go for the reduction is completed. We have learned something regarding oxidation. So in the textbook you don't forget about the haloform reaction. What is haloform reaction, children? What is haloform reaction? Any aldehyde. When you react in the presence of halogen, in the presence of a base, Here, I am not balancing the words. It is forming CCl3, means in the place of hydrogens we will get chlorine. C double bonded O, H will be formed. What is this we call? We call this one as a chloral. What do we call this one as a chloral? The last name, what is the chloral means? CCl3, C double bonded OH. On further reaction with the base, this part will be forming a sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Then it is forming HCl3, means formaldehyde, or we can call chloroform. We can call it as the chloroform. So here to the reactant one oxygen was added and it is under the oxidation reaction. But most of the reaction goes with what important condition here for haloform test means this reactant must contain alpha methyl aldehyde or alpha hydroxy ketone. Only those can undergo the oxidation reactions. So here in the place of chlorine I am using iodine. Then what will be formed? Ci3, C double bonded OH. Upon further reaction with the NaOH, this part is forming H, C double bonded O minus Na plus, whereas the remaining part is called as the iodoform. It is yellow in color. What is the color of this one? Yellow in color. Write on the reaction student. And here for objective purpose we have a rule called Popoff's rule. Popoff's rule, we can say Popoff's rule. What is this Popoff's rule? Means in case of unsymmetrical ketones, means CH3, C double bonded O, CH2, CH3. This is not a symmetrical ketone, unsymmetrical ketone. If you react with is oxidizing agent like potassium dichromate in presence of sulfuric acid. Potassium dichromate in presence of the sulfuric acid. This part will break down to give carboxylic acid. Here, this is the lower carbon chain I am calling lower chain, and this is the longer chain. This is the longer chain. 3 carbons are there, only 1 carbon, and the carbonyl group is there. Where does the cleavage takes place here? Where does the cleavage takes place? Cleavage takes place on the lower side according to the Popov rule. According to the Popov rule, any unsymmetrical ketone if you oxidize, cleavage takes place on the lower chain, and this will be retained. Lower chain will have the carbonyl group. Lower chain will be having the carbonyl group, and remaining part is there now CH3, CH2. This terminal carbon will have carboxylic acid. Right on during Popov's rule. Carbonyl group will be retained by the lower carbon chain, or lesser carbon chain. That is what the simple thing about Popov's rule. So don't forget about this Popov's rule. Next we have oxidation by selenium dioxide. Oxidation by selenium dioxide. If any aldehyde is there, if you react that with selenium dioxide, here how many hydrogens are there? 3 hydrogens are there, no? 2 hydrogens will be removed. 2 hydrogens will be removed, and that part, by removing 2 hydrogens, it will be added by 1 oxygen. From the CO2, 1 oxygen will be added here. Means it is forming C double bonded O H. Only 2 hydrogens are removed. 1 hydrogen is remained, and another C double bonded O is there. It is called, what is this called as? Side by side will have aldehyde group. The remaining 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen will form H2O, and selenium will be formed. If at all the reactant is like this, like CH3, C double bonded O CH3. If this is a ketone, when you react it with selenium dioxide, these are symmetrical. Any side you can take. 2 hydrogens will be removed, and there 1 oxygen will be introduced. 2 hydrogens will be removed, and there 1 oxygen will be introduced. Here hydrogen is remaining back. Then H2O will be formed along with selenium. So these are all regarding our oxidation reactions. And after the oxidation reactions, we have, what do we have? Reduction is our, oxidation is our, condensation reactions. In the condensation reactions, very clearly our topics were given. Clemens and reduction, not Clemens. All condensation is given. For the cross or all condensation is given. Now, other concept we want to be having the doubt now. Only RR and RR cross RR only will be given. Yes, there are 2 more condensation reactions, but we will learn one. This is called Claisen condensation reaction. Not Clemenson, Claisen condensation reaction. Under the 4th type of reactions, we know condensation reactions. What do we know? We know condensation reactions. For the RR condensation reaction, you please refer the classwork, and cross RR also you please refer the classwork. We are going with the 3rd one, Claisen, not Clemenson, Claisen condensation. Claisen condensation. What is Claisen condensation? Any of our aromatic aldehyde, they are reacting the aromatic aldehyde with aliphatic ketone, in presence of dilute NaOH. in presence of dilute NaOH. See, we know but this is possible. Which is possible? Allyl condensation starts by the formation of a carbanion from the alpha methyl group. From the alpha methyl group. C6H5 C double bond H is there, no partial positive, partial negative. This is just for note, don't practice. Final product you want. Once in the presence of the base, it will lose the hydrogen. It will lose the hydrogen. Then what is being formed? A carbonyl compound is formed. C6H5, CO minus, CH is there, CH2, C double bonded CH3 will be there. But by addition of the H plus, which is added for the carbon oxygen, C6H5, CHOH, and projecting the hydrogen above from the CH2, C double bonded over CH3, C double bonded over CH3. Then what will be formed? C6H5, CH double bond CH, C double bonded over CH3 is formed. So I would like to say this is the alpha and this is the beta. Alpha, beta, unsaturated carbonyl compound is formed. What is formed here? Alpha, beta, unsaturated carbonyl compound is formed. Carbonyl compound is formed. That's what we call Claisen condensation reaction. Actually, if you see here, once again if you add these reagents, which reagents if you add? CH3, C double bonded over CH3 in the presence of dilute NaOH. How this happened for one of the methyl group? Here due to the presence of one methyl group, where in starting we got no. So this will be acting, you can add the same reagent, one more molecule you can add. Which one molecule you can add here? Already here there is one alpha methyl group, no? Alpha methyl group is there. So you can add one C6H5 C double bonded OH in the presence of NaOH. Now imagine alpha methyl group is there. So if the hydrogen is removed in the presence of the base, it will form CH2 minus. It will form CH2 minus. And imagination, if this is the CH2 minus, imagine the same shape here. It is going to react with this benzaldehyde. Means what our product will be there? Our product will be there means left side C6H5 CH double bond CH double bond will be there, and right side CH3 also will form the same part by reacting with this benzaldehyde. By reacting with this benzaldehyde C6H5. So sometimes due to the presence of alpha methyl groups, they will be still involved in the reaction and they will go for a further reaction. You just remember aromatic aldehyde or reaction with aliphatic ketone. What is the reaction we call? Claisen condensation reaction. We call it as the Claisen condensation reaction. So other than R, we got this one. Let's go for the one more. Let's go for one more. That's called Perkin reaction. They are called as a Perkin reaction. There is also another condensation reaction only. Perkin condensation. Perkin condensation. What is called Perkin condensation? If you have acetic anhydride, acetic anhydride, and I am writing this hydrogens like this. Here, two hydrogens I am showing to left side. Acetic anhydride is going to react with benzaldehyde. It is going to be reacted with the benzaldehyde. C6H5 C double bonded O H. C6H5 C double bonded O H. So a benzaldehyde when react with acetic anhydride, acetic anhydride, a compound is going to form here. let us see a water molecule is being removed. A water molecule is being removed, and we have C6H5 CH double bond CH C double bonded O C double bonded O CH3 is there. CH3 is there. It will be done in the presence of the sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Sodium salt of the carboxylic acid using as the catalyst. So here we got some ester. Here R C double bonded O R is there. R C double bonded O R dash is there. Some ester is formed. This ester upon hydrolysis. Ester upon hydrolysis. Ester upon hydrolysis. This part will be removed as acetic acid. This part will be removed as the acetic acid. This part is removed as the acetic acid. Remaining part will get the OH. Remaining part will get the OH. C6H5 CH double bond CH C double bond 8 OH. This is alpha and beta. So what is Perkin condensation means? An aromatic aldehyde when treated with acetic anhydride in presence of sodium salt of carboxylic acid. It is forming alpha beta unsaturated carboxylic acid. Alpha beta unsaturated carboxylic acid. Alpha beta unsaturated carboxylic acid is being formed. That's what we call as the Perkin condensation. So these reactions are very useful for the need. Write down. Most of you are familiar with the named reaction that is called aldol condensation reaction. Aldol condensation means similar aldehydes will be used or similar ketones will be undergoing the condensation reaction. These types of questions will be given in the JEE mains module. See here one reactant is given cyclohexanone. What we can mention is that it is called as the cyclohexanone. So the cyclohexanone they are reacting with NaOH. NaOH. And they are given some products. How shall we know? Don't forget a simple logic. In the case of NaOH, whenever it is given, it will be through aldol condensation only. What is aldol condensation reaction, children? Any of the aldehyde or ketone you take, that must have an alpha carbon, and on the alpha carbon there must be the alpha hydrogen. It will have alpha hydrogen. So once you add the base, that hydrogen will be removed. The hydrogen will be removed to form the carbanion. That is the story we learn. Here, if you observe this, there will be only one. But when we are balancing, see all these four, they got two rings. Means in the products, in the reactants compulsory there are two of the similar type of reactants. So here let me say here, under the step 1, one of the compound when reacted with a base, it is losing one hydrogen. See, this is having alpha carbon, this is having alpha carbon. On this carbon, each carbon, two hydrogens are there. So I am removing one hydrogen and forming an anion. Now after formation of the carbanion, under the step 2, another reactant is there. Partial positive charge carbon, partial negative charge oxygen. For that we need to bring that near. I am tilting to this side for my convenience, right? So this is our carbanion. It will give electrons for the partially positive charge carbon. Pi bond is shifted on to the oxygen. Then you can get your work done. How to get your work done? See here, there is a new bond between the carbon and the ring. There is a new bond between the carbon and the ring. Pi bond is migrated onto the oxygen. Extra I am not showing, I am adding H plus. What I am adding? H plus. So here H will come. During R condensation. See here, alcohol group is there, ketone group is there, but still with this we call it as the ketone, we will not call, still we will call it as the aldol. We will call as ketone, but we will call it as the aldol. They will undergo condensation. They will undergo condensation. Condensation means a molecule of water will be lost. Here already one hydrogen is there. The hydrogen here and the OH will be removed. Hydrogen here and the OH will be removed, forming a double bond with the carbon. Forming a double bond with the carbon. And here we got our product. So compare the product. Where is the product here? You see where is the product and you give the correct answer. I hope you understood how to work with this children. This type of application methods we want to practice. Naval reaction, everyone will learn the name. We want to apply that to a particular example. Thank you. Practice well. Regarding carboxylic acids, you can study, and up to here theoretical part is completed, covering all the concepts for objective. So please practice the concepts well.